Hello everyone now and welcome to game 5 in this series between Dimaga and ASD. I apologize. I sometimes remember his name is Dimaga, not Dimaga, and sometimes it just slips out the other way. FXO's ASD spawning as the blue Protoss over here at what I'll call the 5 o'clock position. Across the map here on Antigua Shipyard, we have Dimaga spawning as the red Zerg. And a really interesting series going back and forth so far. Dimaga able to take games 3 and games 4 to even up the series. ASD now finally getting to choose finally choosing Antigua Shipyard, which I do believe is more of a Protoss favored map, even with forced cross spawns. But then again, a lot of Zerg players in general have had a lot of time to familiarize themselves with this map, and by familiarizing themselves with this map, it really feels like it's gotten closer to 50-50 for Protoss and Zerg. Alright, probe now going to be coming up on the inside of this base. Will we see a spawning pool first once more coming in from Dimaga? That does seem to be the case, I would assume, as we could be seeing a drone now making its way behind the mineral line and setting up to be a spawning pool. There it is. There is that spawning pool. And now it's going to be up to ASD to figure out if he's going to be going for a forge first or if he's going to be going for a nexus first. Now, based upon the positioning of this pylon, I do expect another pylon to be set up here. And then with the pylon set up here, we may see a forge here, or I don't know. Nope, I don't know Protoss front doors all that well. There is that forge now being set up. I could have suspected that this probe's gonna mine some minerals, lay down a pylon here, return the resources. Nope. What is he doing? All right, so it looks as though there's a pylon block here. Interesting enough, ASD actually using this pylon here to not be supply blocked, still knowing that he is going to lose this one particular pylon relatively quickly anyways. You can see 2 pairs of Zerglings now being trained. In addition to that queen now being trained, this pylon is not long for life, but it is still buying ASD time to train up more probes. So far, we are going to be getting up this pylon here. We should be getting in a photon cannon, followed by a gateway in just a moment. And then we may perhaps even have that cybernetics core, as the Zerglings need to do a little bit of extra work, take down this. And now, will the Zerglings attempt to run across the map and sneak inside, or will they try and clear out this location first? Dimaga making sure that there are no proxy pylons in his neck of the woods. Nexus now about 55% done, or exactly 55% done. So far, Gateway now warping in as well. The Zerglings are not going to be able to do much here, as Dimaga already setting up his third base around the 4-minute mark. Very standard on a map like this, as Zerg players in general like Antigua Shipyard for how easy it is to establish up a third. The problem is trying to establish up a fourth. Now, no other race can establish an economy quite as quickly as a Zerg player, so that does give a little bit more in their favor at being able to mine off of 3 bases. But will it translate into a larger economy and a larger army for the victory? So far, we are seeing ASD now going into double gas. Cybernetics core finally being warped in here, so we're going to see ASD sitting on a very large amount of gas before this cybernetics core is done, and he can really even spend it. Zergling's actually getting caught here, and wow, those 2 Zergling needlessly lost in the center of this base, and that's not something that you normally see high-level players make. That mistake. You want those Zerglings for more map control. Even though it's only worth 25 resources, it does reveal a very large amount of the information. It's important to know when your opponents take that third base, so you know when to be expecting and how much gas they are working off of. Stalker now coming in. You can still see a large amount of gas by ASD. So ASD is still sitting on a very high gas count, and I am surprised that he hasn't gone into a robotics facility just quite yet. Just gonna be looking at him. He is floating about 600 resources and now going into a Stargate. So it is gonna be one Stargate. Is he actually gonna try for a double Stargate? Or is he just going to be going into that Void Ray Phoenix pressure? Alright, double assimilators now coming in once more. So ASD really wanting a lot stronger of a gas build this time around. Meanwhile, Dimaga's now currently running on, I believe, only on one gas right now. Wow. But he is training up 12 drones at a time. We're sitting at 42 compared to 42, but that number is simply just going to grow so quickly for Dimaga, especially as he is running up on 3 hatcheries with 3 queens. That does translate to about 30 larvae a minute averaged over time, and there is that one first Void Ray. Now, one of the things I liked about Dimaga in Game 4 was his transition into 6 queen play. It really shut down the Phoenixes, and it really did a lot to prevent any true harassment by ASD. ASD right now sitting at 61 over 68, Dimaga sitting at 68 over 70, but he is not training that many queens so far. He is now going into an evolution chamber and a roach warren, which is very important. But I am still curious as to, what his true defense is going to be here. Dimaga is still investing very heavily into his economy. You can see another hatchery now coming in, but we also now see 6 additional gateways warping in from ASD. ASD may be coming in with a very strong timing, and based upon the positionings of these bases, Dimaga may be in a world of hurt. He does have 63 drones compared to 47, and army compositions, we see overall army costs 950 compared to 1500 now, as ASD now able to warp in a large number of units and now get in a second Void Ray. Are the Stalkers going to catch that Void Ray coming in? It does spot the Stargate. I don't know if the Void Ray was spotted, and this could be huge. One Void Ray already on the move. An Overlord is going to take damage since Void Rays can attack move, and now we should be seeing some evolution chambers come in. One evolution chamber already down here, a second one now coming in, as we now see a large number of drones getting ready to mine. There you have it again. Harvester count is now 63 to 47. If Dimaga can keep this game going long, that will be good news for him. But ASD now on the move with a large number of sentries, and now we are going to see a transition into mass roaches perhaps. 5 roaches now being trained. Dimaga has plenty of resources now charging up on these destructible rocks. The Void Rays are pretty much fully charged. More spine crawlers and spore crawlers being added. Are they going to be completed in time? It doesn't look like it. The Void Rays are doing that phase shifting, and will they be able to attack down and maintain their charge? Oh, damage is being dealt. Queens are in position. There's some force fields as the Queens are now trying to engage. No transfusions as the Zerglings now need to run around the backside. Beautiful transfusions on that Queen, but it still gets taken down as the Queens are now just going after the Void Rays. Sentries, Stalkers still coming in over here. The Queen's now trying to snipe down the Void Ray. The Void Ray 1 does go down, but no sight up onto the high ground. Dimaga utilizing only spine crawlers. Roaches now swarming in. The Sentries are now pretty much out of energy. Now out of energy as the Roaches are now trying to make their way in. Spore Crawler's not going to be able to do much. One Spine Crawler up on the high ground. Drones now coming off the mineral line as we see another Spore Crawler take down the Void Ray. Now it's only a massive number of Stalkers, but Roaches should be able to handle the Stalkers as we now see a retreat back over here. The Stalkers cannot make their way into this position. There are too many Spine Crawlers. But ASD does have the advantage, and I also believe, no, he does not have the Harvester advantage, but things could go very badly for ASD as he needs to continue this push. Comes the Zealots, actually doesn't need to, and this could be a very bad engagement. The Spine Crawlers, the Spine Crawlers are engaging the Zerglings, and the Roaches were not attacking all at once. That was a bit of a problem there, as the Queens are now trying to engage once more. Wow, I did not realize this, but the Guardian Shield very effective at shutting down Queens and their DPS, as all of these units will get taken down. Dimaga now still in trouble as the Roaches are now trying to engage against this large number of Stalkers, and the sheer number of sentries early on was what may have done it. Alright, Infested Terrans now coming out. Are we going to see perhaps more Infested Terrans, and are they going to be enough? More Infested Terrans could be coming out. There you go, as the Zerglings are now trying to engage here. The Infested Terrans are fighting back. Roaches trying to come in as well. ASD keeping alive with these Stalkers. No blink, just attack, moving back. They are upgraded 1-0 against 1-0 Roaches. The Stalkers now engaging, and there you have it. Dimaga says GG as FXO's ASD takes Game 5 after Dimaga was able to even up the series. A really nice conclusion to this best of 5 series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.